Oathbreaking, the cause of a curse on an entire bloodline. Such damage usually spreads not only to the member of the bloodline who committed the offense, but to the entire bloodline. That member becomes like a cancerous cell within the family, and the bloodline has no choice but to cast them out into the dead space. It is like cutting off a diseased limb. But again, if the Regina of the kin is not very wise, and the person who has committed the offense remains in the body of the system, and she holds on to him, like a Jewish mother holding on to her son and refuses to let go, then the blow to him spreads accordingly throughout the whole system of the bloodline. The damage reaches the core of the bloodline, and the core begins to change. First and foremost, it installs a program in the core. This is a bloodline of oathbreakers. And all children born into this bloodline will carry that stain. I will provide examples. I have included them in the book, and I will share these examples with you as well. The Great French Revolution. The entire royal dynasty was sent to the scaffold, and all those who had sworn allegiance to the king instantly renounced their oaths. 25 years later, Napoleon marched across Europe, and 1 million children of those oathbreakers, born immediately after the French Revolution, laid down their lives near Moscow, and throughout Russia, their bodies scattered evenly. Next, our own revolution and the Great Patriotic War. Everyone renounced the Tsar. He was killed, people laughed about it, and they built a new young republic. Exactly 25 years later, in 1941, the children of those oathbreakers went off to war, and 20 million lives were lost. And in our time, 1991, everyone abandoned the Communist Party and tore up their membership cards. I must say, it was a very beautiful scene, quite a provocative one. But the children born after 1991 have no idea what to do with their lives. Look at them. These offspring who have nothing behind them, who do not know where they belong. They spend whole days on the internet, in a virtual world where at least something makes sense, where they can assume some kind of role, some kind of function. They have no goal. They do not know what to strive for. Look at them. It is a dreadful sight, a tragic generation. Those who now have the opportunity to observe them, watch them, and understand that their parents have done this to them. And not because their parents were too busy earning money and had no time to raise them. No. This is a lost, broken generation, and it will take many decades before a new generation is born, one that can at least begin to remember something of who they are. That is why the way your children and grandchildren will live depends greatly on you, those who are still alive. Develop an understanding of your bloodline. Ideally, create a genealogical tree. How to do this is described in detail in this book. There are now excellent programs available on the internet that can practically do it for you, providing all the necessary information. They will search for your relatives based on your request. In this matter, the internet can be of great help to you. If you can afford it, hire a specialized legal firm to retrieve all the records for you. It is quite expensive, but at least everything will be properly documented and verified with signatures and official seals. And later, you will be able to confirm everything formally. If you don't have such an option, simply recall family history, talk to your living relatives, and extract information from them. And not just the surface-level stories about how good things were, because they tend to suppress the bad. The important thing is to get them to talk about the difficult parts as well, because there is only one way to break a generational curse, to correct the mistake. That means that, at the very least, you must know what to repent for. You need to know what debt must be paid, what the price of the matter truly is. For example, one of your distant ancestors squandered his fortune on meaningless things, and ever since, no member of the bloodline has had any luck. They may have everything else, but it all comes with immense difficulty, requiring exhausting effort, running on fumes, as they say. This means that good fortune has left the bloodline, because fortune is like assistance, like a favorable wind that always blows in the direction you need. You do not even have to look at the compass. You simply set the sails, and the wind will carry you exactly where you need to go. That is what good fortune is. It makes the journey along your path far easier. It saves time, and that means you have more energy.